Well, this is more than likely a terrible idea, but I've gotten myself into a situation. I'm going to be buying a Kearney and Trecker milling machine. I'm going to rent a trailer, a tilt deck trailer, in about maybe an hour. It's like 7:30 in the morning. I've been up for a few hours trying to figure this out. The place opened at 7. I gave them a call, asked them if they had the trailer. They did. They have one left. I originally planned on renting a drop deck trailer, but they didn't have any of those at all. They only have the one tilt trailer. So pretty much planned the whole trip. It got canceled, the plans, because the drop deck trailer debacle. And now we're on to the tilt deck trailer, and I'm behind schedule now because I originally planned on getting the trailer yesterday so I could load it up today and then head out today. Load it out yesterday and then head out today. But now here we are, later in the day than I wanted to be heading out. But sometimes plans don't go according to plan. So I got to load up my pallet jack, the engine hoist in the back of the truck, bring it to the place, and then it's split for Rhode Island, which is about a 5-hour drive away. So this is super exciting. Well, I'm about probably a quarter of the way there. I got the trailer hooked up like an hour, well, about 45 minutes ago. You know, gonna be home. It's gonna be a late night tonight, probably. Not sure if I'll get the trailer all taken care of or get it unloaded tonight. I probably will because I'm impatient. Ooh, there's a gantry crane over in that parking lot. That's a very nice one. It's like 25 feet tall. Yeah, my gantry crane's 20 foot tall. I'm excited to get it. I'm really hoping it works incredibly smoothly, getting it onto the trailer and all that. A little less than ideal. It's just a non-powered tilt bed trailer. I thought it was hydraulic until I went to pick it up because the website I was looking at, it said hydraulic assisted. Well, it should be. There's a hydraulic cylinder, so it doesn't like slam. I think that's what it is, and I thought it was a powered hydraulic tilt trailer. It's not. Whatever. I got a chain fall to help drag it up onto the trailer, so hopefully the whole process goes smooth. If not, the thing's just going to get yanked onto the trailer. I should have brought some sort of winch, but there was really no good way of mounting the winch to the trailer that I know of, other than I could have brought like C-clamps, but that's just sketchy, and then I need to get 12-volt battery, and the amount of planning I had time for was just not there, and I already got a way later start than I anticipated. I wanted to leave at like 6 maybe, and I didn't roll out of my house until like 9, so I lost 3 hours there, and then I had to go pick up the trailer, which was only maybe a 25-minute detour time-wise. I mean, it was only like 10 minutes out of my way, but it took a few minutes to actually pick it up and hook it up and get going from there. But I'll give you an update when I get there. Film some video of me loading it maybe. We'll see. I don't want to film too much with the guy there. Yeah, exciting. All right, I just made my first pit stop, went to the bathroom, thought about getting coffee, decided that was not a good idea. I think I just passed 100 miles. Still got like 200 more to go, maybe 250. So we got to get back to it. Exciting, exciting. Well, somewhere in Massachusetts now, getting gas. Got about another hour and a half, 2 hours to go. Making great time. Not really behind schedule, but I'm behind original schedule. I'm on time, so. 5 inches across. And that's well, I've been driving home for about 2 hours now. Got another 3 to go. It's currently 10 o'clock at night. That tells you how well loading it went. I got there at 2:30, peeled out about 8:30. Yeah, maybe a little earlier than that, but not to mention there was a downpour of rain. That was pretty good. I'm still soaking wet 2 hours later. I got the heat cranked on my feet to try to dry out my boots, but they're still soaking wet. But it's in the trailer, and it was reasonably priced. Just took way more work than I thought I was going to be putting in while being soaking wet. That didn't help much. Yeah. I didn't really get a whole lot of video just because I didn't want to bug him, and I was trying to get it out as quick as I could. Even though I was doing it as quick as I could, it still took way too long. I really wish I had a drop deck trailer, not this tilt deck, because the drop deck I would have had it in the trailer in probably 20 minutes, and this took way longer than that, unfortunately. Now, the big issue I ran into is I had it just about up in the trailer. The trailer flattened out, but there was a hook that was pinched in between the closing mechanism, so it couldn't close all the way. So I took the chain fall off, which was dumb. Then I pushed down on the one end of the trailer to kind of try to get it so the hook would fall. Well, when I did that, the engine hoist, I had it with the engine hoist was, the mill was on a block, a piece of blocking, so it wouldn't roll, but it slid because when I pushed down and the trailer tipped a little bit, the whole mill slid. It didn't fall or anything, it just slid to the back of the trailer where the wood block hit the concrete, or the mill slid over the wood block. There was a strap holding strap holding to the pallet jack, but the whole thing hit the floor, the mill hit the floor, concrete, and it pretty much had to restart all my progress. So that I would have been leaving at like probably 6 if that didn't happen, but it did happen, and so I did it again with a lot more redundancies and a lot less dumb decisions. And it was pretty much doing it by myself. I backed up the truck to get it hooked up back to the trailer because I was told by the United Rental guys that you could just like unhook the trailer when you're doing it. So I positioned the trailer because it was pretty tight in the doorway. I got it put where I wanted, and it just wasn't hooked up. So I got it hooked up pretty much by myself, backing it up. You know, it was a total nightmare, and there wasn't really good access because there was a vehicle, so I had less than a truck and trailer length between the door and where the trailer needed to be, so I had to like jackknife it, and then it wasn't working. I got it hooked up, got it pulled the rest of the way up, got it secured. I checked it about an hour and a half into the trip. Everything looked good. Straps were still pretty tight. I snugged up a couple. There was some slack. The way I wrapped it, it needed to work itself out, which I mean isn't ideal, but you know, whatever. It's still in the back of my trailer for now. Yeah, it's a long, still got like 3 hours of driving ahead of me. Pull in at like 1. I'm still not
Still have not decided if I'm going to unload it tonight or wait until tomorrow, but I'm going to have to wake up early in the morning. I got to get this trailer to about an hour, 45 minutes from my house to drop it off by like noon, which is fantastic. I mean, the worst case is I get charged like $120 instead of $55, which, whatever, man. Mill was cheap enough. If I was charging myself labor, I'd be poor. It's a good thing I'm not. I work for myself for free. $50 an hour. You got 5-hour drive there, 5-hour drive back, 5 hours of labor to get it into the trailer. It's 15 hours. That adds up pretty quick. It's more than I paid for the mill and labor. I drank like 7 water bottles. Well, this is the 7th, I believe. 6th through 7th. Had a McDonald's Coke to get some caffeine in me because it's so late. So weird walking into the gas station. You know, my pants are just soaking wet, my boots are soaking wet. I'm like waddling, the wind's blowing. Probably look like some crackhead that peed his pants. But hey, like I said, the mill's getting dragged home one way or another. Whatever it takes. No injuries. Close call of dropping the mill. But we got her. I don't know, I'll put some pictures of, I took a picture of the mill when it slid. Once it was where it slid to. Yeah. I'm really surprised it didn't fall over or anything like that. That would have sucked, but definitely not what I was expecting. I need to stop buying equipment. No, that's not what I was going to say. I need to build or modify my engine hoist to have wider legs and maybe make it a little taller. I think that would be a good way to make it easier to haul stuff like this. Because it's nice to have a portable method of removing equipment from trailers, but at the same time, if I do that, what was the point of building my gantry crane? Of course, why wouldn't you want a gantry crane? I know I wanted a gantry crane. That's why I built one. Now I got this milling machine I'm going to have to unload and tear it all apart. Mind you, I didn't bring a tarp. The guy offered to give me a tarp, but it was already sitting in the rain for like 2.5-3 hours at that point, so I wasn't really going to be too bothered about it. I accidentally knocked a bunch of metal shavings into the gearbox, so I know I have to tear that apart and clean it and all that jazz, which, though, I was taking off the parking attachment, which I hope I have all the pieces for. I should. If not, I'll make them. Just thinking back at all the hardware I took off, hoping it's all where it's supposed to be. I had a really close call with the Allen keys. The one Allen key, I thought the one Allen key I needed was the one that I didn't have in my little holder. I was missing the, I think it was the 5/32, and I opened it. Alright, I was looking at the thing, I'm like, if that's 5/32, I'm going to be so sad. I mean, I didn't end up taking the pulley off, so it doesn't really matter. I couldn't get to it. But that would have been really unfortunate if I... Wow. It wouldn't have been really unfortunate because I didn't take it out. I planned on picking the whole thing up with my engine crane. That was a joke. I couldn't hardly even get the engine crane to pick up anything because of the leg spacing was too narrow. Like you could get it like a third of the way to the midpoint, and then the legs were hitting. I just jacked up one side, put a tow jack underneath it, lifted that side up, moved the gantry around to the other side, picked up the other side, slid the pallet jack underneath, and wheeled it out of there. It just cleared. There was stuff in the way. It would have been really nice. I mean, the guy was a very nice guy, but he tore his ACL or whatever, so he wasn't able to help me too much. But it would have been nice if he had a little bit of equipment to move it. But I knew that going into it, that there was no. He said, get a rigger. Well, I'm not going to be paying like $500-600 to have somebody load a $600 piece of equipment. Granted, it would have been way easier, but the machine is absolutely worth $500 to me, but I'm already paying like $100 for the trailer. I brought a pallet jack, which was like $400, my engine hoist, which was like $300, my tow jack, which was like $150. You know, I brought a lot of dollars worth of equipment, but it's all stuff I had, other than the trailer being a rental. I'd really like to get my own trailer. I want to make a drop deck trailer at some point. That's a project on the list. A lot of projects and not a lot of time. Well, I have time. I just have a hard time committing that time to one thing at a time. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll cut back when I'm feeling like talking again, or I'm at my house ready to unload. So who knows if that's going to be tonight at 1:30 or tomorrow. Of course, my gantry crane is tucked back in a corner. It's not really super hard to get to it, but oh, that was fantastic. Yeah, the strap